And you are welcome to the second season of the Wisdom episode. And this season, we go down to the animal kingdom and we begin on our first episode by looking at the ants. Now, I always say that I'm a person of faith, even though this Wisdom Conference is open to all manner of people, different ideas, different religions. But I say that I'm a person of faith. I'm a Christian or a believer, and I always admonish other people that don't let your religion deter you from learning sound wisdom. And I'm picking this sound wisdom from the Bible, which is our holy book. So when you go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, from the verse 6, it says that go to the ant. Even though he was admonishing lazy people, but I removed that. When you remove that lazy part, you come to understand that it's not just that when you are lazy that you need to go and learn ant. No. So we are not lazy people. That is why we are even in this conference in the first place. And so when he's saying that we should go to the ant, consider the ways in which the ant does her things and be wise. It means that learn from him and take that wisdom. Because the ants, they do not have a captain or an overseer or any ruler. Yet they are able to provide themselves food in summer and gather their food in the harvest during the harvest. So it's just an explanation of providing the supplies in the summer. So in this episode, we are going to look at the ants and then learn some things from the ants. Now let's move. In this episode, we are looking at the wisdom of teamwork for success. The wisdom of teamwork for success. Now I'll play a video shortly, and I would like you to just watch it, after which we'll talk about it. Okay, I believe that you saw the video. Um, we are talking about the wisdom of teamwork for success. When we say teamwork, what does it really mean? Teamwork does not simply mean that two or more people being together. No, no, no. Two or more people can be together doing something, but they are not collaborating, they are not cooperating, they are not interdependent, and as a result, is actually not even a team in the first place. Not to talk about being a teamwork. They're just a group of people doing something together to produce something. When we say teamwork, we mean that um, you are coming together cohesively, putting your heads together. Everyone contributes their strengths, their expertise, their skills to make the team a better, let me say, entity. So if the team has a particular goal, then when they put all their efforts, their strengths, skills, expertise, whatever, when they bring them together, then they are able to achieve the goal that they want to achieve. Now, let me read something from the scripture. It says that in his Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9, it says, two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. What that scripture simply is trying to say is this: when two people come together to do something, they are able to produce better results than when one person does it. That's what they said. They have better reward, good reward. So I wrote something down there on the slide that teams innovate. Now, anything you see there is in comparison to a singular person. So, for example, it says teams innovate faster. Then it means that they innovate faster than a singular person or than two individuals who are together, but they are not really working as a team. Okay, so teams innovate faster. They detect errors faster, easier, and better. Then also, teams are able to achieve higher productivity and find better solutions to problems. When a lot of heads come together, or a number of heads come together to look at the situation, it's always better than one head. Okay, we are talking about teamwork. Don't bring in the bad situations where some people are not participating, or some people, when you say two bad heads or whatever. No. We're talking about good heads. Bring yourself into the picture. So, and then use yourself with another person that is like you. So that is the teamwork that we are speaking about. Personally, I have seen the effect of teamwork much in my life. When I was a student in the undergraduate sector, when I was in school, in my undergraduate, around the first year thereabouts, yes, I think the first semester, I had a group that we used to do group studies with. And I was solving a particular question. I was not finding where I was going wrong. And not to boast, but I'm a smart guy. But I was not finding what was going wrong. And then someone, I'm not exalting myself, but who is not as smart as I am. But it's not that the person is a bad student, but if they put us together and we write, I'll surely do far better than this. The person came and showed me the mistake that I was making. And I was marveled. I couldn't believe that I was making this mistake because I repeated working it, but I was still not getting the reason why I was getting it wrong. And as I worked with this team, I think we were about 5 of us. And at the end of the semester, that was the highest I had ever gotten. It was above the 80s. I had an average above 85. I don't want to mention it, but it was a very high average. And I came to realize that it was not just because I'm a good student. It was because I also added myself to a team, and then we studied together. So we developed faster methods of studying, we developed faster methods of solving problems, we developed, we found ways of detecting errors, and then maybe being able to solve certain types of questions. We're able to achieve higher productivity. I got shorter ways. But I saw that even though I'm better than this person academically, but it looks like he's reading a certain book that I don't have. So he has a certain knowledge that I don't have. So when we bring their things together, then I put all together and I get a lot. You understand? And that's how teamwork helps. When teamwork is present, together we achieve our goal, and individually we achieve more than we could ever have achieved. If we consider a football team, say those who just won the Champions League, Real Madrid, as a team, they achieved a lot. They got, or let me say, they won the Champions League, and individually, they have also won the Champions League. There are certain people in the team who would never have gotten a Champions League title to their names, but because they were part of Real Madrid, they have gotten a Champions League title attached to their name. And that goes to their glory personally. So when we work as a team, as a group, we get the resource, and individually too, we get the resource. I hope that is clear. Now, on the picture that you see, you realize that ants are carrying something together. Okay. From the video that I also showed you some few minutes ago, you saw that the ants were picking an insect, a millipede, an insect bigger than about how many? About 100 of them combined together. And it came, and if you watch the video, if you observe it, that's if your network was good and you could see it, you would see that the ants got the animal whilst it was still alive. It was not yet dead. But because they came in an overwhelming way and worked as a team, we're able to conquer the millipede. And after conquering it, what marvels me most is about how they carried it back. If you watch the video, you could see the kind of formation they were moving with. Now, if you look here too, you see they are moving with a different formation as they are carrying. I don't know whether it's conflicts or what. So they actually deploy different formations based on the situation that is available to them. Let's go to the book of Proverbs chapter 30, verse 24 to 26. And let me read something there for you. It says that there are 4 things which are little on the earth but are exceedingly wise. The first one he mentioned, he says the ants are a people not strong, yet they prepare their food in the summer. Exceedingly wise. Ants are exceedingly wise. That's why we are that scripture that said that go to the ant is like that. No, it doesn't mean that if you go to the ant you are it's like that. No. You are not. The ants are exceedingly wise. And so we must learn wisdom from them. He said that they are a feeble people, they are not so strong, but they are able to prepare their food. How do they prepare? Teamwork is how they prepare. Now, I said that they deploy special formations based on the situation they have available. Right. Now, we will see shortly they are able to display this, and that's what leads to the next wisdom key, the wisdom of communication. In a team to be able to really work as a team, then it's important that the team communicates and communicates perfectly. And so ants have a communication, their own language, which is the use of pheromones. If you are a biology student, already know about this. So they release some chemicals called pheromones on the floor. And so they have different meanings when the way if they release it in a certain way or a certain quantity or whatever, it has a certain meaning. Maybe this means danger. This means move backward. This means move forward. This means hurry up. This means form a this. This means form this formation. Display this formation. So in the other one, they displayed a round formation. But when they are displaying a tree formation, look at the difference. It's because of the kind of communication they have. So if you watch the video, you see eight ant is coming with a certain speed, and when it comes, he's just going to fit in a certain place. He knows where he's going because of the message, the communication channel. Their communication level is high. I hope we are really following and we are getting it clearly. All right. Now, the reason why we need the wisdom of communication is this. Good communication is that which enhances your teamwork. And for any team to be a good team, then there must be synergy in the team. And it's the communication, when it's perfect, that we have synergy being established. Okay. So, what is synergy? Maybe I'm saying synergy. Synergy is energy, certain ability. No. Synergy simply means that when two things come together and they produce an effect greater than each of them working separately and bringing it greater than the sum. So if we see that Madam A is cooking rice and Madam B is cooking rice, Madam A will cook one pot, Madam B will cook 3 pots, and when they bring it together, it forms 4 pots. That is not synergy. They have worked individually, or even if they have worked as a group, but there was no teamwork or synergy, then 1 plus 3 will give them 4. But when synergy is present, listen to this. When synergy is present, then it simply means that when they come together and they work as a complete team with good communication, and that synergy is really present, 1 plus 3 will not be 4. 1 plus 3 will give you 8, 7, 25, 500. That's how it works. So when the two of them come together, instead of them getting the 4 that you have gotten, no. You see that when the two of them come together, they will cook 15 pots, 25 pots, they will cook 19 pots of rice. I don't know if you are getting it. That is the power in it. So when the communication is there, that's why I said the ants, they deploy certain formations. And that formation enables them to carry a big millipede. Enables them to carry a lot of things. Just drop something in your room right now and then wait. You see the way the ants will come and pick it up. Just what you'll be marked. The communication. And that I want to dwell on this a little and explain how levels of communication drive that synergy and create that perfect teamwork that we are speaking about. Still learning from the ants. Now, you will realize that synergy can only be present when there is trust. Okay. Why? Because synergy is actually the cooperation or collaboration of two people in perfect synchron, such that and such that their productivity is very high. Now, if you want two people to be able to cooperate or collaborate well, then it means that those people must trust each other to a certain extent to be able to cooperate. If I don't really trust you and then we are put on a team, the first level you will see in terms of our movement or communication is going to be more of defense. When you say something and I say something that is opposite and I say let's try this other thing, you try to defend your opinion. Even though we are in a group, you try to defend your opinion and say that no, if we take a taxi to which place to Flagstaff House in Ghana, it is going to be cheaper than taking a boat the same distance. And the other person says, no, if we take a boat and we get a discount, it's going to be much cheaper than a taxi. And then you are going on and off, and the person wants to defend his own. That is when the trust is not there. And then the next level of communication you reach is where we have mutual respect for each other. And as a result, it's not as though that we are ready to confront each other in any bad way and for each person defending his statement or idea. It's a place where one is willing to compromise and listen to the other person's opinion. So when you want to listen, and then you see where you can find a balance in between. This is quite good, but it's not good. It's not good enough. What is best is for there to be synergy, where the trust is at a high level of trust. So it's not just that I respect you, no, but I trust you to a certain level that I can leave this with you and I know I'm going to go and come. Or if I'm going to do this thing, you will not finish it and put your name on it. That actually leads me to the third wisdom key. That is the wisdom of caring. Pay attention to this very well. Now we spoke about trust, and trust creating synergy, because it will help cooperation to the maximum, and as a result, synergy will be created. And synergy is what actually brings the peak of teamwork. Now, Google performed a particular research project on teamwork. They got a lot of teams, a lot of people, I think there are a lot of teams. And what happened was that they gave them things to work on, and they were studying those teams to see how the values of top performing teams. They came up with a number of things. I don't have time to go through all, but you can just take a clue from what I said, go and search for it, you see the rest of them. But one of the major things that they spoke about was the presence of a high average social sensibility among top level teams or highly productive teams. What does this mean? It means that these teams, the people on the teams, had the ability to see how other people in their team feel. So if he's saying something and he looks at your face and he feels that he can see how you feel based on what he's saying, then he knows how to change what he's saying or put it in a way that will give you a better feeling whilst he's talking. And so people were able to see, they cared for the feelings of other people in the team, and the team was able to move forward. That is what brings me to what I call the cover my back effect. When I trust you, from the previous level of communication we spoke about, when I trust you that, for example, soldiers, when I trust you that if I turn my back to, let's say, face the enemy, and I put you there, you watch my back and face the enemy whilst I go to do this particular thing that will help the team. So say I'm going to the enemy's camp to find an escape route for us, and I leave you in a particular safe place, and you are supposed to be looking and be telling me where to pass and what to do. If I'm able to trust you, and I can only have that trust for you if you care. You care. When we care for each other, then that trust is established. And that is what makes teams work and work better. If we have a team that is caring, they care for each other, then that mutual trust is created, and that team is able to bring with synergy. You know, humans are emotional. Even animals, insects, most of them, they have, some of them have emotions. Take your time, you study them, you realize some of these things that I've said. The fact that I can depend on you and you can depend on me is one thing that creates that part that I speak about, the wisdom of care. We care for each other. We, as a team, we're able to put things in place. You know that this person is tired. You don't put things on. You know how you are going to help the person, and that person is also. Well, these things motivate us as emotional beings to put in our all for the team. So when the person sees that you care, then the person opens up to you. It's free with you, and that's where the full trust I'm talking about, full cooperation will also come and synergy. I hope I've been able to explain the wisdom of caring well. If you don't understand it, I can explain it again to you. That's now look at the picture down there. You will see that ants. Maybe it's not clear to you, but sorry. You see that ants on your lower right. It's like they are crossing something. Maybe you cannot see clearly, but what is actually happening is that it's a virtual bridge. Look at it very well. You can zoom in and look. You will see that the ants have formed their own bridge. If you can, don't, whatever you are seeing down there, that green and whatever background, forget about it. It's far away from the two things on the left and right. And the ants, oh, you should go and watch, find a video of it. Well, just go to YouTube or something, type ants forming bridge or ants bridge. You see, they care for each other. They need to get their food, so they put themselves in, they form a certain bridge. And the others will pass over, they will pass over. Those who are moving will pass over them and go and get their food, and they will continue in this formation until they get everything and they move. And ants form giant rafts to prevent themselves from being washed away by water and this. I have a picture of that, but you see ants have formed a giant raft, something like a bridge like this, a very, very big one on water. So the water cannot carry them away when they care for each other. Now I'll give some quick examples and then we'll call it a day. Examples of teamwork in display. I really admire the teamwork displayed by special operation military forces. Some when battalions and all those things. A special force that has been created for a particular task. You can go and watch this movie to really understand what I'm saying. There's this movie, I don't know whether Chinese or Korean, but I think it's Korean. Or I don't know, Chinese rather. Operation Special Warfare. It's a series. And, the team was set up for a particular operation. Okay, you watch it, you see teamwork in action. Where soldier, I don't even know how to explain it for you to believe. I should put in a video of that part and then you see how they worked as a team to advance their cause. And they were really successful. Really, really successful. Usually it's this special operation, they have a sniper, they have this, that. If the sniper does not do his job well, a lot of all the people in the team are going to die. Because the sniper has to observe and see a lot of these things. Sometimes they have a command center where one or two people stay in their car and gives them directions. Do this, do that. If that person gives them wrong directions, the whole team is going to be in trouble. That's why they need to operate in high synchrony. Synergy must be really present for such a military team to be successful. Next one is football team. Football teams, a lot of football teams and many other teams, basketball teams and volleyball and all those. Once you hear the word team, at least it gives the idea that some form of teamwork is present. I prefer football teams a lot, especially if you watch the football play of Manchester City, Pep Guardiola. If you check the times that Cristiano Ronaldo was at Real Madrid, and they understood his style of play, you watch those matches and then you see the synergy, how they pass the ball to him to score, how he knows how to run, and you see that teamwork is present. So let's learn from the ant. The ant communicates well, and as a result, they are able to help themselves as a team. They use the wisdom of teamwork, they use the wisdom of communication, and the wisdom of caring. Now, if you have any questions, I'll be willing to listen. But I have a question for you. I'm going to read a case to you. I want you to listen clearly and attentively to the case, after which I would like that I want you to comment. Maybe I'll permit you to unmute yourself and then comment. All right. So now listen. It goes like this. It's vacation time, and a husband wants to take his family out to the lake country to enjoy camping and fishing. This is important to him, and he's been planning it all year long. He made reservations at a cottage on the lake and arranged to rent a boat, and his sons are really excited about going. However, his wife wants to use that same vacation time to visit her ailing or sick mother some 250 miles away. She doesn't have the opportunity to see her mother very often, and so this trip is very important to her. Their differences could be the cause of a major negative experience. Now the man says, I quote, "The plans are set. The boys are excited. We should go on the fishing trip." The woman replies, "But we don't know how much longer my mother will be around, and I want to be by her. This is our only opportunity to have enough time to do that." The husband replies, "All year long, we have looked forward to this 1 week vacation. The boys would be miserable sitting around grandmother's house for a week. They will drive everybody crazy. Besides, your mother is not that sick, and she has your sister less than a mile away to take care of her." The woman replies, "She is my mother. I want to be with her. You could phone her every night, and we are planning to spend time with her at the Christmas family union. Remember?" The man says. So what happened is that the man wants to take the children for the vacation. I mean, the man wants the family to go there for the vacation, of which the children really want to. And the woman wants to go visit her mother. So she wants them all to go because the woman is sick and she might die. She wants to visit her mother. So what do they do as a family? This is your project work. That is a question to you. So anyone is free to unmute your mic and then speak. I'm listening to you. How do you apply the wisdom of teamwork, the wisdom of communication, the wisdom of caring? Thank you very much. And I will see you again in some few months' time. where we'll speak about episode 2 of the Wisdom Conference. Thank you very much, and bye bye.